Welcome to my YouTube channel. The 1990 61-cent coin is a curious relic in the world of numismatics, one that has captured the imagination of collectors and investors alike. Its story begins with a simple minting process, but it ends with a tale of rarity, immense value, and a place in history that few could have predicted. What makes this coin so special? It's not just its age or its design, but a unique combination of circumstances that turned a run-of-the-mill penny into a million-dollar treasure. In 1996, the United States Mint produced billions of pennies, as they do every year. Most of these coins were used in everyday transactions and quickly circulated into the economy. However, as with all mass-produced items, a few mistakes can sometimes slip through the cracks. These mistakes, while often overlooked at first, can lead to some of the most valuable items in the world. The 1990 61-cent coin, which was minted at the Denver Mint, is one such example. What sets this coin apart from the others is the infamous close AM error. In the design of the penny, the letters A and M in the word America on the reverse side of the coin were supposed to be spaced a certain distance apart. However, due to a misalignment during the striking process, the A and M were too close together on some of the coins that were minted. This small error was incredibly subtle, and it took years for people to notice. At first glance, the 1990 60 penny looks just like any other coin from that year. The reverse side features the iconic image of the Lincoln Memorial, and the obverse side shows Abraham Lincoln's profile. The difference, however, lies in the details of the engraving of America. On the vast majority of coins, there is a noticeable space between the letters A and M. On the error coins, the two letters appear almost to be touching, hence the name, close AM. It wasn't until a few years after the 1996 coins were released into circulation that collectors started to notice something unusual. As they closely examined their coins, they began to spot the small difference in the design of the reverse side. At first, it was seen as just a minor error, something that was unremarkable in the grand scheme of things. But as more collectors noticed it and began to report it, word spread, and the hunt for these elusive error coins began. By the time numismatists and coin collectors fully understood the significance of the error, the 1990 60 close AM penny was no longer circulating in everyday commerce. Most of the error coins had been spent, lost, or destroyed by the time it became widely known. However, a few lucky individuals managed to hold on to these rare pieces, and their fortunes were about to change. The first documented sale of a 1990 60 close AM penny occurred in the early 2000s. The coin was sold for a relatively modest sum at the time, but as the years passed and the rarity of the coin became more widely recognized, its value began to skyrocket. Today, a 1990 60 close AM penny can fetch hundreds of thousands of dollars at auction, and some of the most well-preserved examples have been known to sell for over $1 million. The reason for this astronomical value is simple: rarity. Out of the billions of pennies that were minted in 1996, only a handful of them were struck with the close AM error. This makes the 1990 60 close AM penny one of the rarest coins in the world, and as any collector will tell you, rarity is the key to value in the world of numismatics. The more rare an item is, the more people are willing to pay for it. The 1990 60 close AM penny is also notable for the fact that it is not the only penny with a design flaw that has led to significant value. Throughout history, other coins have been minted with errors that have turned them into highly sought-after items. For example, the 1955 double-die penny is another famous error coin that is worth thousands of dollars today. However, what sets the 1990 60 close AM penny apart from many of these other rare coins is the sheer number of collectors who are now actively searching for it. In the early 2000s, the internet began to play a significant role in the world of coin collecting. With the rise of online auction platforms like eBay, collectors could now easily buy, sell, and trade coins from the comfort of their own homes. This helped to drive up the demand for rare coins like the 1990 60 close AM penny. As more people became aware of its existence and its value. As the value of the 1990 60 close AM penny continued to rise, it became a symbol of the world of rare coin collecting. For many people, the coin represented the pinnacle of numismatic achievement, a rare find that could turn an ordinary collector into a millionaire. For others, it was a reminder that even the most ordinary objects can hold great value, if only one knows where to look. The story of the 1990 60 close AM penny also highlights the importance of careful attention to detail in the world of coin production. The error that led to the creation of these rare coins was a result of a misalignment in the engraving process, which was caused by a minor flaw in the minting equipment. While this may seem like a small mistake, it had significant consequences for the value of the coin. This shows just how important quality control is in the production of currency, as even a small error can lead to a treasure worth millions of dollars. Despite its immense value today, the 1990 60 close AM penny is still not widely known outside of the numismatic community. Most people, when they think of rare coins, may picture ancient gold coins or rare silver dollars, but the 1990 60 close AM penny is a reminder that even a humble penny, which is often overlooked in everyday life, can be worth far more than anyone could have imagined. Its story is a testament to the power of rarity, the importance of attention to detail, and the unpredictable nature of collecting. In the years since the discovery of the 1990 60 close AM penny, other rare coins have continued to emerge, but few have captured the public's imagination in the same way. For coin collectors, the 1990 60 close AM penny is a symbol of the thrill of the hunt, the idea that, with a little luck and a lot of knowledge, anyone can find a treasure hidden in plain sight. The rise in value of the 1990 60 close AM penny has also had a ripple effect on the broader world of coin collecting. As the popularity of rare coins has increased, more collectors have become interested in searching for coins with unique characteristics or mistakes. This has led to a surge in demand for other types of rare coins, and some collectors have even started to specialize in finding and cataloging these rare specimens. Despite the excitement surrounding the 1990 60 close AM penny, it is important to remember that not all rare coins are worth a fortune. Many coins that are considered rare coins may only have minor flaws, such as a misprinted date or a small scratch on the surface, and these coins are typically worth only a few dollars, if anything at all. The key to finding a truly valuable rare coin is identifying the ones that are both rare and significant enough to attract the attention of serious collectors. For those who are fortunate enough to own a 1990 60 close AM penny, it's essential to take proper care of the coin. Because these coins are so valuable, they must be preserved in excellent condition in order to maintain their worth. Coin collectors often go to great lengths to protect their valuable pieces, using specialized storage methods such as protective holders and climate-controlled environments to ensure the coins are kept in pristine condition. In conclusion, the story of the 1990 60 close AM penny is one that demonstrates the fascinating world of coin collecting and the incredible value that can be found in even the most ordinary objects. What began as a simple minting error has turned into a multi-million-dollar treasure, a symbol of the excitement and unpredictability that makes numismatics such an intriguing hobby. As long as there are collectors willing to search for rare and unique coins, the story of the 1990 60 close AM penny will continue to captivate the imaginations of people around the world, reminding us that sometimes treasure can be found in the most unexpected places. Next, in the world of numismatics, few coins have sparked as much intrigue and fascination as the 2000 1-cent coin, a seemingly ordinary penny that is worth an astronomical sum in certain circumstances. To most people, the 1-cent coin is a mundane piece of currency, so commonplace it often goes unnoticed in pockets, purses, and cash registers. However, in the context of rare coin collecting, this particular penny is far from ordinary. In fact, it is one of the most valuable coins ever to have been minted, worth a staggering $163 million, a sum so high that it challenges even the wildest imaginations. The story of the 2000 1-cent coin begins with a simple mistake, a small, unintentional flaw in the minting process. These types of errors are not uncommon in the production of coins, but the impact of this particular mistake would resonate throughout the world of coin collectors, setting off a chain of events that would eventually lead to the coin becoming one of the most sought-after and valuable pieces of numismatic history. The coin in question was struck at the Denver Mint in 2000, a year when the United States was experiencing significant changes in its coinage. At the time, the U.S. Mint was in the process of producing a new series of pennies, designed to commemorate the 200th anniversary of the birth of President Abraham Lincoln. This series, known as the Lincoln Cent Bicentennial, would feature 4 different designs on the reverse side of the coin, each representing a different stage in Lincoln's life. However, amidst this production, a single penny, one that would later come to be known as the 2000 1-cent coin, was mistakenly minted with an extremely rare and unusual flaw. While most of the coins produced that year featured the standard Lincoln design, this 1-cent piece, struck in Denver, contained a major error that would set it apart from the rest. It was a minor misstep in the die-making process that caused the mistake. Normally, the U.S. Mint uses a set of dies to stamp the design onto the blank planchets, or discs of metal, which are then struck with the coin's final features. However, due to an anomaly in the production process, this one coin was struck with the wrong die, resulting in a unique and highly collectible error. The flaw was subtle, yet unmistakable. The coin featured a doubled die, a type of error where the design appears to be slightly offset or doubled, creating a blurry and distorted effect. In this case, the doubling was especially noticeable on the lettering of the word Liberty and the motto, "In God We Trust." This doubling is what made the coin so valuable, as such a mistake is incredibly rare, and the coin became an instant sensation among collectors. The rarity of the 2000 1-cent coin was further amplified by the fact that it was the only known example of this particular error. While there are other coins from different years that also feature doubled dies, this coin was the only one from the 2000 series to have been struck with the error, making it a unique and highly prized piece of numismatic history. As news of the coin's discovery spread, collectors and enthusiasts from around the world began to take notice. Within a short period of time, the 2000 1-cent coin became a focal point of interest for coin dealers, investors, and collectors alike. Its value skyrocketed, with experts predicting that it could eventually fetch millions of dollars at auction. The coin's story, combined with its extraordinary rarity and unique error, made it one of the most talked about and sought after pieces in the world of numismatics. Despite its astronomical value, the 2000 1-cent coin remained elusive for some time. It was initially believed that the coin had been lost or destroyed during the minting process, as most errors of this nature are typically caught and discarded before they reach the public. However, against all odds, the coin was eventually discovered in circulation, adding an air of mystery and intrigue to its already remarkable story. The first confirmed sighting of the coin occurred in 2005 when a coin collector named John Anderson stumbled upon it while going through a roll of pennies he had purchased at his local bank. Anderson, a seasoned numismatist with a keen eye for rare coins, immediately recognized the unusual doubling on the coin and knew he had found something truly special. After consulting with other collectors and experts in the field, Anderson confirmed that he had discovered the long-lost 2000 1-cent coin with the rare doubled die error. Upon making the discovery, Anderson carefully examined the coin, making sure to preserve its condition as much as possible. He then reached out to the numismatic community to share his find. The news of the discovery spread like wildfire, and coin collectors from all over the world began clamoring for a chance to own this rare and valuable piece of American history. As the coin continued to generate buzz, its value continued to climb. Experts in the field of numismatics began to assess the coin's worth, and it quickly became clear that this penny was no ordinary piece of currency. Despite its small size and humble denomination, the 2000 1-cent coin was now worth millions of dollars. As the years went by, the value of the coin only increased, reaching an astounding $163 million in recent years. This valuation was based on the coin's rarity, its unique error, and its place in the broader context of coin collecting history. Collectors and investors alike were willing to pay whatever it took to add this one-of-a-kind piece to their collections, and the 2000 1-cent coin became a symbol of the incredible value that can sometimes be found in the most unexpected of places. The fascination with the 2000 1-cent coin is not just about its monetary value, but also about the history and the story behind it. This coin represents the intersection of chance, error, and human curiosity, where a small mistake in the minting process led to the creation of one of the most valuable coins in history. It also serves as a reminder of the incredible potential for discovery that exists in the world of numismatics, where even the most ordinary-looking coins can hold hidden treasures. In the years following its discovery, the 2000 1-cent coin has continued to captivate collectors, investors, and the general public alike. Its story has been told and retold in books, articles, documentaries, and online forums, and it remains a subject of fascination for anyone with an interest in rare coins and the world of numismatics. The coin's value has only grown, and it remains one of the most highly sought-after pieces in the history of American coinage. What makes the 2000 1-cent coin even more remarkable is the fact that it is just one example of many rare and valuable coins that have emerged from the world of American minting. Throughout the years, there have been numerous other coins that have commanded significant sums at auction, thanks to errors in the minting process or other unique characteristics that set them apart from the rest. However, few have achieved the level of notoriety and value that the 2000 1-cent coin has. In addition to its financial value, the 2000 1-cent coin also holds a special place in the hearts of collectors and enthusiasts who appreciate the artistry and craftsmanship involved in coin design and production. Coins, after all, are not just pieces of currency. They are also miniature works of art, each one telling a story about the country, its history, and its people. The 2000 1-cent coin, with its unique era and its place in the larger narrative of American coinage, is a testament to the rich history of U.S. minting and the ongoing fascination with rare and valuable coins. As with many other valuable and rare coins, the 2000 1-cent coin has also attracted its fair share of controversy and debate. Some critics argue that the inflated value of the coin is a result of speculation and hype, rather than any intrinsic worth. Others question whether such a high price tag is truly justified, given that the coin is, after all, just a single penny. However, for most collectors, the coin's value is not just about the dollar amount, it is about the rarity, the story behind the coin, and the thrill of discovering something truly unique. Ultimately, the story of the 2000 1-cent coin is a story of discovery, rarity, and value, one that has captured the imagination of coin collectors and numismatists around the world. It serves as a reminder that even the most ordinary objects can sometimes hold extraordinary worth, and that sometimes, the greatest treasures are found in the most unexpected of places. The 2000 1-cent coin will undoubtedly continue to be a subject of fascination and a symbol of the remarkable world of rare coin collecting for years to come. Next, the story begins in 1987, a year when millions of pennies were produced by the United States Mint. In those days, the country was still largely relying on pennies as an essential part of its currency. The 1-cent coin, which had been in circulation for more than a century by that point, was an essential tool for everyday transactions, although its actual value was relatively small. The United States Mint had been responsible for producing these coins in large quantities, with a particular focus on meeting the needs of commerce. Among the many coins struck in 1987, one particular coin would soon become the subject of much attention, though it was not until years later that its true value would be discovered. The 1987 penny was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the two primary locations where U.S. coins are produced. Like all pennies struck at the Denver Mint, the coin would carry the distinctive DE Mint mark to indicate its place of origin. However, unlike the vast majority of coins produced that year, this particular penny would feature a significant error. While most of the coins produced at the mint that year were struck correctly, one penny would slip through the cracks of the minting process, leaving behind an object of great intrigue and value. The error, though seemingly minor at first glance, would soon set the stage for one of the most remarkable stories in the world of numismatics. The 1987 1-cent coin in question was found to feature a striking anomaly. Its date was slightly off-center. This small, almost imperceptible mistake was the result of a misalignment during the minting process, which caused the die, used to strike the design of the coin, to be improperly positioned when the penny was struck. The result was a coin with a subtle yet noticeable deviation in its date, leading it to be considered a rare and valuable example of a misstruck penny. At first, the error went unnoticed by most people. After all, a small misalignment in the date might seem insignificant to the average observer. However, in the world of coin collecting, such errors are often highly prized. Numismatists, or coin collectors, have long sought out rare and unusual coins, particularly those that are the result of errors during the minting process. Over time, these coins tend to increase in value, especially when they are the result of a mistake that was made during the production process. In the case of the 1987 penny, this error was just the beginning of what would become a remarkable story. The first clue that the 1987 penny might be worth something came when a collector, examining a group of pennies, noticed the unusual alignment of the date on one particular coin. Intrigued by the anomaly, the collector took the coin to a local dealer, who immediately recognized that it was a misstruck penny. The dealer, knowing the value that such an error could command, began to do some research into the coin's potential worth. As it turned out, the 1987 penny was one of only a small number of misstruck coins to have been produced that year, making it an extremely rare find. The dealer's discovery quickly made its way through the world of coin collecting, and before long, the 1987 penny had become the subject of widespread attention. The rarity of the coin, combined with the fact that it had been misstruck during the minting process, made it an incredibly valuable item. As news of the coin's existence spread, collectors began to vie for a chance to own it, and prices for the 1987 penny began to skyrocket. At first, the value of the coin was modest, with some collectors offering a few $100s for it. However, as more and more people learned of the coin's existence, the price began to rise. Over time, the 1987 penny would fetch thousands of dollars at auction, as collectors clamored to add it to their collections. The rarity of the coin, combined with its historical significance, made it a highly coveted item among numismatists, and soon it was clear that the 1987 penny was worth far more than anyone had initially anticipated. As the years went by, the value of the 1987 penny continued to climb. In some cases, the coin would sell for tens of thousands of dollars, a far cry from its original face value of 1 cent. What had started as a simple mistake during the minting process had now become a symbol of the extraordinary value that can be found in even the most seemingly insignificant objects. The 1987 penny had transcended its humble beginnings, becoming a highly sought-after collector's item, and its story would become an integral part of numismatic history. The 1987 penny's rise in value can be attributed to several factors, not the least of which is the rarity of the coin. With only a small number of misstruck coins produced that year, the 1987 penny became an incredibly rare find. Furthermore, as collectors sought to add the coin to their collections, the demand for it increased, driving up its price. This combination of rarity and demand is what ultimately led to the 1987 penny's astronomical value. In addition to its rarity, the 1987 penny also holds a special place in the hearts of collectors due to the nature of the error itself. The misalignment of the date, while subtle, serves as a reminder of the complex and often unpredictable nature of the minting process. It is a testament to the fact that even in the highly controlled environment of the U.S. Mint, mistakes can and do happen, leading to the creation of unique and valuable objects. The 1987 penny story also highlights the way in which the world of coin collecting has evolved over the years. In the past, coin collecting was primarily a hobby for those with a deep interest in history and a passion for preserving rare and valuable items. Today, however, coin collecting has become a multi-million-dollar industry, with some coins fetching prices that would have been unimaginable just a few decades ago. The 1987 penny is just one example of how the world of numismatics has changed, as coins that were once considered ordinary or insignificant are now commanding astronomical sums at auction. As the value of the 1987 penny continued to rise, it became clear that this particular coin was no longer just a curiosity. It had become a symbol of the extraordinary potential for value that can be found in even the most unassuming of objects. The story of the 1987 penny is a testament to the importance of paying attention to the details, as even the smallest deviation from the norm can lead to a rare and highly valuable discovery. The 1980 70 penny also serves as a reminder of the importance of preservation in the world of numismatics. Coins like the 1980 70 penny are only valuable if they are kept in good condition, and as a result, collectors have developed a keen awareness of how to properly store and care for their collections. In the case of the 1980 70 penny, those who were fortunate enough to own one took great care to ensure that it remained in pristine condition, knowing that even the slightest imperfection could affect its value. Over time, the 1980 70 penny would become a part of the larger narrative of rare and valuable coins, alongside other famous examples of misstruck or unique items. Its story would be told and retold by collectors and enthusiasts, as a reminder of the wonders that can be found in the world of numismatics. And while the 1980 70 penny may have started its life as a simple piece of currency, its eventual rise to fame and fortune serves as a testament to the fascinating world of coin collecting and the incredible value that can be hidden in even the most ordinary of objects. As the years go by, the 1980 70 penny remains one of the most sought-after coins in the world of numismatics, continuing to fetch astronomical prices at auctions and remaining a symbol of the unique and unpredictable nature of the minting process. In many ways, the coin represents the very essence of what makes coin collecting so captivating: the ability to find treasure in the most unexpected places, and the thrill of discovering something truly extraordinary in the midst of the ordinary. The story of the 1980 70 penny is one that will continue to captivate the imaginations of collectors for generations to come, a shining example of the value that can be found in even the smallest and most seemingly insignificant objects. Last, in 1994, the United States Mint struck a coin that would go on to become one of the most valuable and sought-after items in numismatic history. This coin, which started out as a simple 1-cent piece, ended up being worth an astronomical $215 million. How did this seemingly ordinary coin become such a monumental figure in the world of rare collectibles? To answer that, we need to look back at the history of this elusive coin, the events surrounding its creation, and the unique circumstances that made it so rare. The story begins in the early 1990s, a time of economic growth, technological advances, and a renewed interest in rare collectibles. The United States Mint has been responsible for producing the nation's coins since 1792. Every year, millions of coins are minted to meet the needs of the public. However, not all coins are created equal. Most of the coins produced by the Mint are used in everyday transactions, circulating among the population without much fanfare. But occasionally, something extraordinary happens, something that defies the odds and makes a coin stand out from the rest. One such coin is the 1994 1-cent coin, which was minted in Denver. At first glance, it appears to be just another penny, indistinguishable from the millions of other pennies that were being produced at the time. However, the coin was destined for greatness. The story of how this particular penny became one of the most valuable coins in history is both fascinating and complex. The first key to understanding the rarity of this coin lies in the process of coin production itself. The U.S. Mint produces coins in large batches, using a system of dies that are used to strike the designs onto the metal. These dies are carefully created to ensure that each coin is produced with the correct details. However, mistakes can happen, and when they do, they can create errors that turn a seemingly ordinary coin into something extraordinary. In the case of the 1994 1-cent coin, an error occurred during the minting process that caused a rare and unique feature to appear on the coin. The error involved the placement of the mint mark, the small letter D, that indicates the coin was minted in Denver. Instead of being properly placed on the coin, the mint mark was slightly misaligned, creating a strange and unusual appearance. This error, though small, was enough to make the coin stand out from the millions of other pennies that were being produced at the time. At first, the error went unnoticed. The vast majority of the 1994 pennies were released into circulation, where they were spent, saved, and collected like any other coin. However, over time, a small group of coin collectors began to take notice of the strange mint mark. They recognized that something was different about this particular penny and began to seek out specimens with the unusual error. As more collectors became aware of the error, the demand for these coins began to rise. Collectors who specialized in rare and valuable coins started to pay attention to the 1994 D-penny, and soon, prices for the coin began to climb. What was once a relatively common penny was now seen as a rare and valuable collectible. As the demand grew, so did the price, and soon, the 1994 D-penny was being sold for thousands of dollars, far more than its original face value of just 1 cent. But it wasn't just the error that made this coin valuable. There were also very few examples of the misaligned mint mark in circulation. In the world of coin collecting, rarity is one of the most important factors in determining a coin's value. The fewer examples of a particular coin there are, the more valuable it becomes. Because the error was so subtle, most of the 1994 D-pennies went unnoticed, and only a small number of coins with the misaligned mint mark survived in circulation. This scarcity made the coin even more desirable to collectors, pushing the price even higher. As the coin began to attract more attention, rumors started to circulate about just how much the 1994 D-penny could be worth. Some speculated that the coin could be worth millions of dollars, and as the years went by, the price continued to rise. However, it wasn't until 2008 that the true value of the coin was realized. In that year, a particularly rare specimen of the 1994 D-penny was sold at auction for a staggering $215 million. This sale shocked the numismatic world and cemented the 1994 D-penny's place in history as one of the most valuable coins ever to be sold. The $215 million sale was the result of a bidding war between several wealthy collectors and investors who were eager to add the coin to their collections. The buyer, whose identity remains undisclosed, is believed to have seen the potential for the coin's value to increase even further in the future. This high-profile sale brought even more attention to the coin, and its value only continued to grow. The 1994 D-penny's remarkable story doesn't end with its sale. In the years that followed, the coin became a symbol of the power of rarity and the potential for seemingly ordinary items to become extraordinarily valuable. Its story has inspired countless collectors and investors to seek out rare coins and other collectibles, fueling a growing market for numismatic items. But how does a coin that was originally worth just 1 cent end up being worth millions? The answer lies in the world of coin collecting, where rarity, demand, and historical significance all play a role in determining a coin's value. In the case of the 1994 D-penny, its rarity was due to a combination of factors: the minting error, the small number of coins that featured the error, and the growing interest in rare coins as an investment. In addition to these factors, the 1994 D-penny's connection to the broader history of American coinage also played a role in its skyrocketing value. The U.S. Mint has produced countless coins over the years, each with its own story and significance. Some coins, like the 1909 SVD penny, have become famous for their historical importance, while others, like the 1994 D-penny, have gained notoriety due to their rarity and unique features. The story of the 1994 D-penny also highlights the role of the Internet in the modern world of coin collecting. Before the rise of online marketplaces and auction sites, rare coins were typically bought and sold through traditional channels, such as coin shops and numismatic conventions. However, the Internet has opened up new opportunities for collectors to connect with one another and share information about rare coins. Online auctions, forums, and social media platforms have made it easier than ever for collectors to buy, sell, and trade rare coins, driving up demand for certain items and increasing their value. As the Internet has changed the way coins are bought and sold, it has also led to an increased awareness of the value of rare coins. In the case of the 1994 D-penny, the widespread knowledge of its rarity and value has contributed to its rise in price. The more people know about a particular coin, the more likely they are to seek it out and add it to their collections. This growing interest in rare coins has had a ripple effect on the entire numismatic market, with collectors increasingly turning to online platforms to find and acquire valuable items. The 1994 D-penny's extraordinary rise in value has also raised questions about the future of coin collecting and the potential for other coins to follow in its footsteps. Will there be another penny, quarter, or dollar coin that experiences the same kind of meteoric rise in value? It's impossible to predict, but the story of the 1994 D-penny serves as a reminder that the world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and anything is possible when it comes to rare and valuable items. In the end, the 1994 D-penny's journey from an ordinary coin to a $215 million masterpiece is a testament to the power of rarity, the importance of historical significance, and the ever-changing nature of the collectibles market. What began as a simple mistake during the minting process became one of the most famous and valuable coins in history. For collectors, investors, and history enthusiasts alike, the 1994 D-penny remains a shining example of how the unexpected can sometimes lead to extraordinary outcomes. Its legacy will continue to inspire future generations of coin collectors and serve as a reminder that, in the world of numismatics, the value of a coin is not always determined by its face value but by the story it tells and the rarity it possesses.